without further ado, well, let's get started. Let's have our prayer to be led by Kyle Jansel Bilino. Kyle,
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
amen. Okay, so class monitor, kindly check the attendance and send in my messenger po those students who are not yet here or those students who are absent. Okay, so last time no, I gave you a quiz about the discussion of Impressionism. Now, just to have a short recap with Impressionism, now when we talk about Impressionism, this is when we say Impressionism na po again, what is the meaning of that? It is the period where you are to have the impression of the different people. Different people, they have their own perspective, they have their own opinion and ideas in regards with the music. Okay? So, 10C. I will just follow up because in my recorded list of those students who are not yet taking the quiz, they are none other than Adonna Gian. If ever that you took it already, please do message me, send me a screenshot of your score, ha? Okay? And then I will still recheck it. Okay, just inform me that you took it already. Adonna, Bitaw, Cruz John Williams, Estremos Kim Gerald, Estremos Richard, Nonato John Patrick, Rodriguez Kurt Lance, and then for the girls, we have Alindogan Angelica, Malazarte Sophia, Rasalan Rica, and Tubera Leia Angela. Okay? So if ever that you took it already, kindly message me, then send me the screenshot. Okay? So now let's move on with our discussion again. Okay, so today we are going to continue our discussion about Impressionism. Okay, so a style of music wherein we are avoiding the definite forms or obvious statements, right? This is the Impressionism, okay? And of course, we will not have this kind of era or period without the help of the different composer. No? Okay, so are you familiar with the movie Twilight? Are you familiar with that? Hmm. Which part is your favorite there? Angel in the Twilight. Aling part
Sir, good
doon?
morning. I'm just familiar po, but I'm not yet watching it.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Okay, so have you heard already the sound? I'm so sorry, I don't have piano here. Okay, so nasira yung saksakan ko, sad life. Okay, so tell me if you are familiar with this song. Ten, 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 ten. O, di ba? Kahit walang piano, ang galing ng teacher niya. Opo. Okay, so, what? Okay. Yes po, Kim Gerald.
Ma'am, I submitted na po yung quiz po.
Okay, sige. I will check it later, ha, Kim? Thank you.
Apa,
Thank you,
sige
thank
po.
you. Okay. So, that song was being used in the movie Twilight. Okay? So, that was created or that was composed by this composer. Sige, wag na natin pagdaanan niya si Octave. Alam niyo na yan. Si Fifth, alam niyo na yan. Okay? So, the one who created that or who composed that music came from this era. Okay? Came from Impressionism. And he left this quotation. Some people wish above all to conform to the rules. I wish only to render what I can hear. There is no theory. You only have to listen. Pleasure is the law. Okay, so from that quotation, what is your opinion about that? Uy, hindi yun meme. Huwag kang ano dyan. Hindi yun meme. What is your opinion about that quotation? Okay. Some people wish above all to conform to the rules. I wish only to render what I can hear. There is no theory. You have only to listen because pleasure is the law. Okay, so what do you think? Yes, Hermione. Hmm?
Uh, I think my interpretation of the quote is it is saying that even though there are systems for creating music, the creator of the quote only wished to follow by instinct and by the flow of what he is hearing. He doesn't really need to follow some sort of rule. He just creates.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so give her a round of applause, students. No, okay. So because in here, okay, some people who wish above to conform, to follow. Some people or there are people who are always or who love to follow the rules. And we have rules in music. If you are familiar with the different rules in music there, we have the different elements of it, the different principle when it comes to the beat, to the rhythm, to their pitches, to the dynamics, to the tempo, and all those things. No? And they are following it. That is what they are doing, especially if it's a recital. If you are familiar with a recital, it's a very strict stage performance, wherein whatever is written in your musical score or musical piece, you have to follow every single thing that is written on it. If the symbol there is greater than or less than, which means crescendo or decrescendo, you have to follow it. Every single thing, every little thing that was presented in the musical score, you have to follow it. But for this composer, he wish to render what he can hear. He is basing on what will complement, what sound will complement it without following any rules, without controlling the feelings. He let his feelings go and took power on it. No, there is no theory for them. The law is for the audience to appreciate and to be satisfied. Okay, so that is what this composer is saying, and I am going to present to you this Claire de Lune. Okay, Claire de Lune is known as Moonlight Sonata if you are not familiar with. Okay, so I'll just be sharing it to you here. Hindi yan. Hmm? Diba to? Yan. Yan si Claire de Lune, si Moonlight Sonata. The one who created that is none other than Claude Debussy. Alam niyo yung part sa Twilight kung saan may piano doon, tapos bigla silang lumipad, di ba? Yun yun. Okay, so that is the Moonlight Sonata. Okay, so I'll just be showing again the PowerPoint here. Ayan. Okay, so that is Claude Debussy. May you please read what is written on the PowerPoint? May I request you? Who do we have here? Pricholo, Amodia?
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, Prajala.
Claude Debussy, French composer of the early 20th century, born on August 22, 1862, in Saint-Germain-en-Laye near Paris. At 11, he entered Paris Conservatoire. He introduced new chords, chromatism, dissonances, and interesting rhythms and scales. One of his famous compositions was Suite Baronesque Clair de Lune, Moonlight.
Wow. I like that accent. Okay, Bergamask. Claire de Lune. Okay, so thank you so much, no? Okay, so that is Claude Debussy. Okay? Not Debussy, ha? Naku, magsalita dyan ng Debussy, lagot sa akin. It's Debussy. Okay? So, what you have to remember about Claude Debussy is that he is the impressionist composer who introduced new chords, chromaticism, dissonance, and interesting rhythms and scales. Or just to make it short, what you have to remember about Claude Debussy is that he is the impressionist composer who introduced new chords. Kapag sinabi naman natin pong chromaticism, what is the meaning of chromaticism? The meaning of that, looking into the octave, let me show to you the octave once again. Okay, looking into the octave that we have here, ayan, okay, if you will be playing, that is chromaticism, okay? I'm so sorry that I don't have keyboard with me. I will try in my phone. Ang pangit ng sound na ano eh. Okay, so to those who have keyboard, you may open it and try to play the chromaticism. When we say chromaticism, this is the 12 different notes. Okay, listen to it ha. Maririnig nyo ba? Ito na yung pinakamalakas. Can you hear the sound? Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. From C to B, that is the combination of the 12 notes. Okay, that is chromaticism. Okay? Okay? So, if you will be playing, that is the chromaticism po. Okay? The combination of 12 different pitches. Okay? So that is chromaticism. He introduced that. Okay? He is the one who introduced that. Okay? So here, aside from that, okay, one of his great masterpieces is the Debussy's opera composition, which is the Pelléas et Melisande, okay, and then his musical style is to use full tone scales, okay. If you still remember from the Impressionism, the characteristic full tone scale, it came from Claude Debussy. Okay? He also used fifths and octaves. Other famous works of Debussy, hindi naman to kasama sa exam, but okay, just take note of this. Okay? So now we will be proceeding with the next one. Okay. Let's go to page 7. If you have book, okay, all of you has book already? Meron na po ba lahat? Wala pa. I'll take photo. Please wait. Then see. Then see. I will take photo of this composition and then ayan. Can you see it? Paki-heart pag nakita. Ang hindi mag-heart, di magkakajowa. Ayan, very good. Okay. So as you can see in the Claire de Lune there, we have, okay, the G clef and then there are different flats. No? Can you please count how many flats are there? How many flats are there? Can you please tell me how many flats are present in the Claire de Lune? Tell me. Tell me. Oh. How many? Five? Okay, we have five. Okay, we have five there. Now, okay, looking back into the Fa, Do, Sol, Re, La, Mi, Ti. Do you still remember that? The Fa, Do, Sol, Re, La, Mi, Ti. Do you still remember that? I want you to tell me what key signature is this one. In what key signature you can observe it? We have four, okay? We have there, di ba? In the flats, we have si, mi, la, re, sol, do, fa. Kabaligtaran ng fa, do, sol, re, la, mi, ti. Okay. And then binaligtad lang natin yung come, go, down doon, di ba? So, what do you think? What key signature is this one? It is in what? It is in alam niyo, pinakamadaling gawin, puntahan niyo na lang yung PowerPoint, hindi na kayo mag-isip. Okay, that is in A flat. Okay? It is in A flat po. Tingnan nyo. Ay, nako. Ay, charis. Di ba, we have come, go, down, after, eating, before, father, comes. Ayan. Di ba? So, itong pinakahuling C na to, ito yung magiging C, magiging T. Di ba? So, zero yung pinakahuling C na yan. Yan. Tapos, yung F niya, magiging isa. Ano yung isa nun? Di ba yung huli nating dinagdag dun sa Fa, Do, Sol, Re, La, Mi, Ti, edit T yung kanyang, ano doon, flat doon. Ayan, sana naiintindihan nyo ako. Tapos yung dalawa doon sa B, okay? Di ba may dalawa, B. Dalawa po yung B. So, ano pong meron doon? Si, mi. Si at saka mi. Kasi kapag binaligtad natin, fa, do, sol, re, la, mi, ti. Diba? Nagigets nyo po ba? Si, mi. Tapos, meron po tayong pangatlo. Yun ay i. Ayan. Diba? Pangatlo po natin ay i. Kung nakikita nyo po dun sa aking chinachat. So, meron tayo dun tatlo. So, ano yung meron dun? Si, mi, la. So, meron tayong si, mi, la. Kasi kapag binaligtad natin, fa, do, sol, re, la, mi, ti. La, mi, ti. O, di ba? Ganun po. Yan. Tapos, ipang-apat na flat yung hinahanap natin. Ano yung nasa taas nung E? Di ba? A. Ayan. A yung nasa taas niya. So, may apat na flat yon. Ano yon? Si, mi, la, re. Ayan. So, yung apat niya ay si, mi, la, tsaka re. Kasi pag binaligtad po natin yan pag sa sharp, yan ay fa, do, sol, re, diba? Re, la, mi, ti. Diba? Ayun yun. Ganun yung pagkuha nun. Sabi ko sa inyo, basta memorize nyo lang po. Yung fa, do, sol, re, la, mi, ti, kayang-kaya nyo yan. Sharps and flats. Okay, so it is in the key of A flat. Okay? A flat. Okay, so that is the Claire de Lune. Okay, next, let's proceed to the next one. We have teacher, pinapagulo mo lang yung buhay namin. Nagigets nyo ba? Parang naka-turn off na yung mga camera nyo. Paki-turn on. Sumasakit na ba ang batok? Ha? Kaya pa, Angel? Bolo ka dyan, cheer. Salita ka dyan mag-isa. Okay, let's proceed with the next one. Okay, so music, I feel, must be emotional first and intellectual the second. The only love affair I have ever had was with music. What is the meaning of this? Hmm. Kay, uh, Kay Claude Debussy, wala siyang rule sa music. Kung ano yung maramdaman mo, yun dapat yung ipakita mo or ilabas mo through music. How about this one? How about this quotation of this composer? Huh? What do you think is the meaning of that? Uy! Andyan si Crush, oh. Gising. Hermione again. Other hand. Feel it before thinking about it. Oh, and darling, I feel. Okay, yes, thank you so much, Lay. Okay, sorry, hindi nakainom ng gamot yung teacher niyo for today's video. Okay, so, Here, that is correct. Okay, give Lay Alicia a round of applause. When we think about music, you must feel it first. And that is true, students. There are some music, for example, the songs of Yiruma. No? There is no there is no lyrics on it. But when you hear the sound of it, the flow of the sound of the music, then you are getting emotional. There are some thoughts or ideas that coming through or rushing through your mind that sometimes you are thinking it comforts me. Sometimes it is consoling me. Okay, but okay, you are just hearing the sound of it. You are not thinking about what do you think is the real meaning. What do you think is the meaning of this song? What do you think Yiruma is pertaining to this kind of song? No? So before you think or you've got to think about the meaning or the definition of that particular music, what you are doing first is in Tagalog, namnamin. Okay? Yung bawat what do you call that? Yung bawat nota ng musika na naririnig ninyo. Okay? So, ninanamnam nyo siya. You are getting emotional. Okay? To that, before you think, what is the meaning beyond that particular music? Okay? And according to Ravel, the only love affair that he ever had was with music. Okay? With music, not with ML. Okay, the love affair that he has because he considered or he gave his life creating music. Okay, so now let's proceed with Maurice Ravel, 1875-1937. May you please read, Athena?
Was known for his style and compositions, a post-impressionist composer, conductor, and pianist. Born on March 7, 1875 in a village near Saint-Jean-de-Luz, France. 1889, 1889, he entered the Paris Conservatory. He stayed until 1905.
Okay, thank you so much. While Claude Debussy is acknowledged as the outstanding impressionist composer, no, Maurice Ravel, Joseph Maurice Ravel, what is the thing that you have to remember about him? He is the post-impressionist composer who was known for his style and composition. Okay? Yun po ang dapat niyong tandaan about Maurice Ravel. Okay? They are both popular but in a different way. Claude Debussy, impressionist composer who introduced new chords, while Maurice Ravel, post-impressionist composer who was known for his style and composition. Okay. So aside from that, he received every inspiration from his Swiss father when his talent for music became obvious at an early age. No? So he has really a background. He has a background in music, really. Okay. And then his work described the following styles in music compositions. So the rhythms of Maurice Ravel are more incisive. Aside from that, melodies are broader in span and use added notes and unresolved appoggiaturas. When we say appoggiatura, it is not appoggiatura ha, appoggiatura if you are going to read that. Okay, so when we talk about appoggiatura, it is written as a grace note. When we say grace note, my dear students, are you familiar with grace note? It is there are particular compositions that it is present. Okay, when we talk about grace note, it is a tiny note that was connected to a principal note. Okay, pag sinabi naman po nating principal note, siya yung normal na laki ng nota. Okay, so meron po tayong maliit na nota. Okay, maliit, as in magbibigay ako ng example ng maliit na nota. Ayan. Mag-search tayo ng grace note. It's a little, very little note po na nakadikit sa malaking nota po. Usually like this. Okay, wait lang, naglo-loading. Copy, and then escape, and then, where is it? And then here. Ayan, okay. So, as you can see, this one, okay, ito yun. Okay, ito yun. Ayan, maliit lang yan. Okay, maliit nyo lang yan makikita. Okay, so hindi siya kasing laki ng natural na nota, which is ito. Okay, hindi po siya kasing laki ng natural na nota. And you can see in the grace note, lagi siyang merong ganto. Pag sinabi natin ganto po, anong tawag dyan, ha? That is the what we call slur. Okay? It means it is connected. Okay? It means it is connected. Okay? Or other term for connected, legato. Okay? So if you are going to play the tenin, tenin, okay, hindi siya masyadong maririnig. Unlike in the quarter note na may isang bilang, okay, this one, lagi po siyang in the eighth note. Okay? And napakabilis lang po. Param, pam, 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 param, param, yung ganon. Okay? Param, siya yun. Okay? Siya si Grace Note. Okay? And ang nag-introduce nun ay sino? Si Maurice Ravel. Okay? Aside from that, harmonies are more dissonant. Okay? When we say more dissonant, it is the use of the, for example, we have the major chord, no? We have the C, E, and G. That is the major chord. It is making it dissonant when they added another note. Like in the guitar chords, if you have seen G minor 7. So, in playing that, it is becoming more dissonant because nag-a-add ka po ng ibang nota. Nag-a-add ka po ng kakaiba pa. Or from that 135, the rule 135, nag-a-add ka pa ng iba pang nota. Okay, so there can be a 9 chord, 7 chord, 6 chord. Ayan. So, nagkakaroon po nun. Okay? So, that makes the harmony more dissonant. Okay? Then, aside from that, orchestration or influence from the 19th century composer. So, the orchestration, it is influence from the 19th century. Even it is already present in the classical period, but okay, it became or it spreads popularity in this era. Okay, so some of his work that we have here, the Daphne et Chloe, then we have the Rhapsody Espanol, then Bolero. Okay, so Rhapsody Espanol and Bolero, okay, are the best known and exposed what they call that, exposed composition that really spread and show his excellent mastery of art when it comes to instrumentation. Okay, so this composition of Maurice Ravel's Bolero, it was used as background music naman in the film Allegro non troppo. Okay? So, it is present there. Yung kay Claude Debussy na music, it is present in the Twilight, right? Here, yung Bolero naman, it is present in the film Allegro non troppo. Okay? So, now, we will not move on with the activity. Okay, just answer that maybe later. We will now be proceeding with the next one, okay, which is the expressionism. Naghahabol po kasi tayo, kaya let's make sure na matatapos natin ito. Okay, save natin. Okay, so here, I am going to present to you. Is it clear? Clear po ba? Okay, when we talk about Claude Debussy, ano nga ang kailangan tandaan sa kanya? He is the what? Anyone who remember? Claude Debussy. Ano? Ano? May sinasabi? Composer. Yes, composer. Claire de Lune. And then, what else? What else? What else? Okay, he introduced new chord combinations, correct? Okay, how about Maurice Ravel? How about Maurice Ravel? Okay, kapag Maurice Rebel, always remember, post-impressionist who was known for his style and composition. Okay, yun naman po. Okay, so now let's proceed with expressionism. Expressionism is different from impressionism. Just like what I have mentioned a while ago, when we talk about impressionism, the music of it, different people have their own perspective, they have their own perception rather, they have their own ideas about that particular music. And it's not only in the music, no, even in arts, no, because in arts we have impressionism and expressionism. They didn't or they are avoiding to give definite information or substance on the impressionism, while here, okay, when we talk about expressionism, from the word express, okay, you are expressing something, no, so meaning to say it is more focused on your inner feelings, going out to the people kung ano talaga yung gusto mong iparating sa kanila. Okay, that's why, okay, that is why the music here and also the arts of it, it gives you a specific details, no, in that era, expressionism. Okay, let's talk about expressionism. Yes, Mika, ang saya, pakibasa.
Expressionism, a highly expressive style in art that sought to express disturbed conditions of mind. It was the answer of the Germans in recitation to French Impressionism. Musical language is preferred the hyper expressive harmony with leaps between the melody and instrumentation, extreme registers, better performed with instruments than sound.
Okay, thank you so much, Mika. Okay, so melody during this era is not absent. Okay, though you can see in the PowerPoint presentation that it is better performed with instrument than song, it doesn't mean that it's only about instrumental music, huh? It's not that, no. So melody is present during the 20th century, and it was a usual misperception by the audience, by the listeners, because it is hardly unidentifiable in this period. Why? Because in this period, they made the instrument sing. Hoy, teacher, paano yun? How did they make the instrument sing? Tell me. Paano? Sige nga. How did they make the instrument sing? Wala namang mga bibigyang mga instruments na yan. O, paano po? Any idea? How did they make the instrument sing? By playing the melody, absolutely. Yes, okay. For example, you are attending a wedding. Isipin mo, teacher, oy, Farbinea. Okay, manda ka sa akin mamaya. Okay, so, imagine that you are attending a wedding and then the door opens and yes, we all know that it's the part that the bride will enter the aisle, okay? And then you will be hearing the instrument violin. Tan 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 tan. Oh, wag kayong kiligin. Tan 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 tan. Right? In that way, the melody is played rather by the instrument, then, okay, it is better for the expressionism because by singing it, there are some people who are saying that different singers, they have their different what do you call that, they have their different style in conveying the music, 'di ba? Kapag si Moira ang kumanta, alam nyo, maiiyak kayo. Okay, kahit gaano ka pa happy birthday to you, maiiyak kayo kahit happy birthday yan. Okay, kapag naman si Sino pa? Kapag naman si Regine Velasquez ang kumanta, alam niyo naman nadadalhin kayo sa alapaap niyan. Different, uy, kinilig, okay. Different singers, they have their different perception. Paano kapag si Berdine naman yung kumanta? Alam niyo, di ba? Kahit pa wedding yan, parang tipong magra-rock and roll tayo dito. Okay? So, they have their different styles in conveying or relaying the music or the what they call that, the meaning of the song to the listeners. That is why in expressionism they are saying that the instruments can relay or say or show the music with justice. Okay? Kahit ilang violin pa yan, kahit iba't ibang klase ng violin pa yan, kahit Backendorf, kahit ano pa yan, kahit mumurahing violin lang yan, pag pinlay mo yan ng may tamang or properly, kapag pinlay mo yan properly, they just have the same sound. Okay? Nagkakaiba lang yan sa quality na masyadong maganda pa yung sound dito kaysa dun sa mumurahing instrument. No? Okay, but still, they are giving justice. They can express it literally to what you expect. Okay? Because in the musical composition, there are times that the singers are not following. Okay? Decreasing, increasing of volume. Sometimes they are not following it. They are creating their own style. While in the violin, they are to follow. Okay? That's why it is expressionism. The reason why they are saying that it is better performed with instrument than sung. And a misperception by the listener because it is hardly identifiable. The singers are hardly identifiable in this period because the instruments can sing as well. The melodic compositions has been relatively less important than it was before, and it gave an abstract form of the expressionism. Okay, so the musical language of expressionism, you have here hyper expressive harmony, no, between the melody and the instrumentations with extreme registers. Okay, let's move on with the characteristics. Now, so the characteristics of expressionistic music, we have there the combined meter. When we say meter, my dear students, what does it mean? Meter, meter, meter. What is the meaning of meter? How bilis? I don't know. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So when we talk about meter, the simplest way of saying that is time signature. Okay? It is the time signature. That is the meter. Okay? So in this one, you can see okay, the different meters here, no? If all throughout the composition it is written there 3/4, usually kapag folk song, when we are talking about folk song, it is written in 3/4. Pam 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 pam. Okay, so it's in 3/4, no? Huwag kayong magsasabi dyan ng sure it's not 3/4, it's 3/4. Huwag niyo ako ma-3/4, 3/4 dyan ha, hindi yan fraction, okay? It's 3/4, okay? Then, all throughout the music, we have the 3/4 time signature, then that is simple meter, okay? We have simple meter, okay? But then again, if you can observe in a composition that we have the combination of 3/4 in this first 16 measure, it is 3/4, and then in the 17th measure it became 5/8, it became 6/8, it became, it changes the time signature. Then that combination is the what we call polymeter. Okay, that is the what we call polymeter, the combination of two or more time signature. So this technique is used irregular meter such as 5 or 7 bits to a measure instead of a usual duple. When we say duple, we have there 2 2 2 4 2 8. Triple, 3 4 3, yeah, 3 8, okay. And then quadruple, we have there the 4 4, okay, 4 8. Those are the simple patterns that we have, okay. But then if there are combinations of this already, we have the 5 18, okay, we have the 16 12 ganyan, okay. So that is already A polymeter, the combinations of two or more meters. Okay, aside from that, we have here this one. May you please read? John Patrick Nonato. Baka natutulog na. Nonato.
Characteristics of expressionistic music. Another factor that the composers considered was the harmonic function. Polyharmony was created through the composer's inclusion of additional notes in the phrase or chords resulting in a more dissonant sound. This effect brought greater tension in music.
Okay, thank you so much, Patrick. Okay, so another factor daw is the harmonic functions. When we say harmony, my dear students, what does it mean? Harmony, 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 harmony. Uy, ano harmony? Two sets of notes that sounds good, eme. Okay, yes, okay, that is correct. Okay, so when we talk about harmony, for example, the melody is harmony. Ayan. And then, while Hermione is singing the word harmony, biglang sisingit si Angel Claire, bida-bida, no? Harmony. Tinaas niya. Okay, tinaas niya. And then, they sing it together. Pinagsabay nila yon. Once you hear the two harmony, okay, kahit hindi po sila, iba yun sa blending ha, harmony is different from blending, okay? Kapag nagsabay yung sound na yon, that is harmony. Okay? The harmony and the harmony. Pag nagsabay yan, that is harmony. Once we say blending naman po, uy, nag-blend sila, but the truth is, nagsabay lang naman talaga sila. Hindi yun blending. Okay? When we say blending, they should sound as one. Yung tipong different yung tono, pero hindi mo ma-identify kung sino yung kumakanta nung mababang version dahil nag-unite sila. Okay? They turned into one or nag-unite. Na tipong akala mo isang tao lang yung kumakanta nun. And then when you hear in your ears na nagba-vibrate siya sa yung tenga, that is blending. Okay? Yung tipong akala mo isang tao lang yung kumakanta, but the real thing is they are two people who are singing it together. Okay? So here, polyharmony was created through the composer's inclusion. Meaning to say, they are adding notes in the triads. When we say triads, my dear students, it is our rule in the chord. Okay? Triads, meaning three. Okay? That is the 1-3-5 rule. Okay? So, if they have the 1-3-5 rule, for example, C, E, and G, and then they will be adding the seventh note, what will be the seventh note natin in C, E, and G in the major chord of C? If we have C, E, and G in a C major chord, what is the seventh note? Ano ang seventh note niyan? Nag-iisip. Ano ang seventh note? Bilang lang kayo. Yes, very good. That is B. So, in creating more dissonant sound, okay, we are going to add that one. So, yan ang apat na yun yung tutugtugin nyo. That will result into C major 7. Okay? Yan yon. Okay, so that is the um, polyharmony on which you are adding different notes. Kaya meron tayo dyan mga, for example, B diminished 9, ganyan. Okay, so they're adding, no? They are adding notes in the triads or chords that result a more dissonant sound. And this effect brought greater tension in music. Okay? So, there are times na maybe you will be thinking na hindi naman siya magandang pakinggan, teacher. Yes, hindi talaga magandang pakinggan. There are times. But, that is the reason why this effect brought greater tension. Okay, greater tension. Aside from polyharmony and polymeter, we have another one. Okay, may you please read what is written, Charles? Charles? Harmony, Charles? Candelaria. Ano? Tulog na? Ay, naka-record pala tayo. Sorry. Maririnig to ng another section. O, gusto niyo yun? Ha? Okay, ayaw ni Charles. Sige. Lian.
Characteristics of Expressionism music: polytonality uses two or more key signatures together. It gave uniqueness in Expressionistic music. It abandoned tonality called atonality. Atonality was much more of an innovation than polytonality, since it entirely eliminated the structure of key structures. More dissonant sounds are expected when applying this innovation in music. To
Ah,
music.
okay, thank you so much, Lian. Okay, when we say polytonality naman po, it came from the word tonality. Okay, meaning to say two or more key signatures. Okay. So, ano-ano nga yung mga key signatures natin? Do you know? What are the different key signatures we have? Hello? Come, go down after eating before father comes. Okay. So this father, that is F sharp. Okay, F sharp. Okay. Ay, bakit F3? F sharp and then C sharp. Okay, ayan. So yan yung different key signatures in the sharps. Now, okay, so in the key of G, ayan, we have the key of C, key of D, key of A, key of E, key of B, key of F, key of F sharp, key of C sharp. Ayan, so these are the different key signatures. That's why kapag nga po, kumakanta tayo, for example, Bayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan. If you are going to transpose it, sasabihin naman ni Samuel sa akin, teacher, masyadong mababa. I cannot reach that, ganyang kababa. Can you please transpose it in the key of B? Ganon. Okay. So, meaning to say, itataas mo. Okay. So, teacher, can you please transpose it in the key of G? Bayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan. Alab na puso. O, gusto niyo yan. O, di ba? Ganun po kapag hindi niyo siya maabot, feeling niyo talaga, ay, ang baba naman ito para sa boses ko. Sabi ni Angel, yung boses ko kasi pang Angel yun eh. Mga, malano po yan, mala C sharp po. Alab na ano na? Ganun na kataas. So that is the different key signatures. So when we combine the different key signatures, you can observe it especially in the music of Morissette, no? Nag-uumpisa siya sa mababa and then biglang magta-transpose. Mga kanta nila Lani Misalucha, kanta nila Regine Velasquez. Alam mo yun, yung mababa lang naman yung chorus tapos biglang tumaas. Okay? So that is the transposition. Pag sinabi natin transposition, it is the jumping from one key signature to a different key signature. Okay? Pwedeng itaas, pwedeng ibaba. Okay? It depends upon the singer. Okay? Usually, kapag ako kumakanta ay medyo masikip ang aking tunog, ang aking sound kapag nasa key of G. Pero kapag nasa key of F, laban na laban. Yan. Okay? So, kailangan hanapin nyo rin kung nasang key kayo. Kasi nga, kagaya nga na sinabi ko kanina, for example, sasabihin ni Samuel nga na, ay teacher, masyadong mababa sa akin yung key of C. Hindi magandang pakinggan. Parang gumagaralgal yung boses ko. So, pakitaas nga po. Baka nasa mas mataas ka pang key signature, yung boses mo. Okay? Meaning to say, the range of your voice can be in a different key. Okay? So, it's not that, for example, the original key of the song is in a key of F. So, kakantahin mo siya in the key of F, pero hindi mo kaya masyadong mataas or masyadong mababa sa'yo. What you should do is just to transpose it. And in transposing naman, napakadali niyan. Basta marunong kayo mag-do, re, mi. Okay? So, for example, magja-jump kayo ng isang nota. So, kung ang first note ay nasa G, tapos magta-transpose ka into A. So, meaning to say, yung magiging do mo is yung A, hindi na si G. Ganon. Okay? So, sana okay lang kayo. That is the polytonality. Okay, so it and then aside from that, no, it give uniqueness in the expressionistic music. It abandoned tonality that called atonality. When we say atonality, it's the innovation. Okay? When we talk about atonality, it entirely eliminated the structure of key signatures naman. So in this one, I have the example of that. Yan, okay? So, as you can see, there is no sharps and flats, no? Because the sharps and flats are, once you see that, it pertains to what? It pertains to the key signature, no? Kapag nakakita po kayo ng, nasa na yan? Ito. Kapag nakakita po kayo ng sharps and flats dyan, draw. Ayan, for example, meron tayong flats dito, sharps pala, okay, ayan. So, meaning to say, may isang sharp, that is in the key of G. Okay, naka-sharp yung fa. Okay, fa yan, yung nasa gitna na yan. Because this is me. Me ang nasa loob ng space na yan, palatandaan yan. Okay, so, it is in the key of G kapag may isa. Kaya lang, as you can see here, wala. Okay, wala. So, we can conclude that it is, pag may nakita kayong C, it means common time. Okay? Pag sinabi natin common time, usually it is in the key of C. So, since wala tayong nakita dyan na kahit anumang nakalagay, meaning to say, it is literally in the key of C. Nasa key of C siya kasi wala pong sharps, walang flats, okay, na nakalagay. But in the atonality, they eliminated entirely the key signature daw. How can you say so? Because they're adding sharps here. Eh, wala namang naka-sharp sa key of C. Di ba I told you that in the key of C major, lahat yun ay do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, na walang naka-sharps. But here, they eliminated the key signature. They just added sharps, they just added flats, whatever they think that can express their or that can convey their music, they added here. No? That is polytonality. Okay? The abandonment of tonality. Di ba? Pag sinabi natin tonality, these are the key signature. Okay? So that is polytonality. Okay, come again. We have different characteristics, no? Okay, from simple meters, okay, to complex rhythm. Okay, we have here the polyrhythm. When we say rhythm, students, okay, it is pertaining to how long and how short the sound is. Okay, may you please tell me what kind of note receives a long sound? What kind of note has a long sound? Rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. Long and short sounds. Anong nota ang masyadong mahaba daw ang sound? Whole note. Very good. How many beats does it receive? How many beats? 4. Okay. So, yes, very good. Anong 1? 4 po. Okay? 4. So, meaning to say, you have to prolong. I thought kasi whole. One whole note, it receives 4 bits. Meaning to say, okay, hindi nyo po siya ipi-play na 1, 2, 3, 4. Hindi ganun, ha? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ganon. Wala pong do, 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 do. Hindi ganon, ha? Kapag nakakita kayo ng whole note, na nasa do, okay, hindi nyo pwedeng sabihin do, 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 do yan, teacher. Okay, hindi yan ganyan. Okay, what you have to do is to count 1, do, then 1, 2, 3. Ayan. Okay, so you have to prolong it. Do, ganon. Hindi po do, 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 re, 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 mi. Hindi ganon. Anong ganon? Okay, walang ganon sis. Okay, so that is do, ganon. Re, mi, fa, sol, ganon. Okay, inaantok na. Okay, so let's proceed to the next one. Okay, so here, wait lang. Okay, explain ko. Okay, from simple meter, we have here, di ba? Okay, the 2, 2, simple duple to ha. Basta kapag duple, it means 2. 2, 2, 2, 4, 2, 8. Triple meaning 3. Okay, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 8. Quadruple, 4, 4, 4, 4, 2, 4, 4, 4, 8. They are all simple meter. Okay? Then, if nakita nyo na magkakasama na sila together with 16/8 or 17/32, ganon. Okay? So, meaning to say, they are the polymeter. Kapag polyrhythm naman, as you can see here, okay, so rhythm, rhythm, rhythm pertaining to long and short sound. In this one, okay, you can observe that this is different from this one. Okay, so this is what? What kind of note is this? What kind of note is that, ha? Until 8:30 lang tayo dito? Oh my God, why? Okay, okay. Since natapos naman na natin, okay, so ang hindi ko na lang na-discuss is the expressionistic. Ayan, okay, so pag sinabi natin rhythm, magkaiba po ha. Ito, nakikita nyo, this is quarter, this is 16. Okay? Kasi may dalawa po siyang sungay dyan. Okay? Ito ay isa lang. So, that is quarter po. Note, quarter. 8 note. 8 note, then 16th note. Okay? Then polymeter. Okay? These are the combinations of two different meter or time signature. Polytonality, na-discuss ko na. Any questions po? None? None so far? Okay, thank you so much for your active participation and listening, my dear students. Okay, so we will end this discussion. I will give you an activity, also a quiz. Quiz na naman siya, that you can answer until Saturday.